Hey guys, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at vocal mixing. So, vocal mixing in Ableton is basically how you make a vocal sit nicer in the mix. So, we've got this vocal, and there's a few things that we can do to it. So, I'm going to add a chorus to make it sound nicer. I've actually used this vocal in a track before, and then add some reverb. This will give the vocal more movement, but most importantly, we need to add an EQ to the start of the vocal. So I'm going to EQ out the low end to carry the vocal and stop it from cutting into the bass or the kick. So let's hear that.
Standing in the rain, feather down in my brain. I was doing silly things just to make you look at me. Couldn't win the game, but I might try again. If I learn my lesson, babe, it's a possibility.
Cool. So that sounds generally quite nice. These are the three things that I'll use on my vocal. So I'll group these and I'll save this group as the ECR vocal rack. And I'll include this for you guys to use. You can just chuck it straight onto a vocal. It'll sound better. Sometimes I'll add like an echo as well to give it a bit more movement.
Standing in the rain.
And a bit more of a tail.
Standing in the rain, feather down in my brain. I was doing silly things just to make you look at me.
And what this does is it just gives it a bit more movement in the mix. And what we can do is if we right click on the vocal and then duplicate, we can move this vocal down 12 semitones to move it down an octave, and this will layer the vocal. So
standing in the rain, feather down in my brain.
That also sounds really good.
Standing in the rain, feather down in my brain.
But if you listen to them together,
standing in the rain, feather down in my brain,
kind of adds like a backup singer. So what we could do is we could highlight certain sections and press 0. And what that will do is deactivate the clip so that we can press play and listen to one segment with another segment layered on top in intervals.
Standing in the rain, feather down in my brain. I was doing silly things just to make you look at me. Couldn't win the game, but I might try again. If I learn my lesson, babe, it's a possibility. And I don't know if I'll see you again or is this the end, I don't know. Standing in the rain, feather down in my
Sounds
brain.
really good.
I was doing silly things just to make you mad. In between red and blue, yeah. Tell the truth, there's nothing to lose. Where already gone and it's late, so it's best that I be home. You taught me to let go. In between.
Beautiful. So that is something that we can do to make our vocals sit a bit nicer in the mix and add almost a backup singer and more depth and width. But yeah, in terms of mixing it down, like I said, just get rid of the low end.
The truth, there's nothing to lose. Where already gone and it's standing in the rain, feather down.
So yeah, awesome. Those are most of my mix down tips for vocals. Also, another thing you could do is you can experiment, so you don't need to cut.
Standing in the rain.
Depends how much of the vocal you want to leave in, and you can also boost or cut a 1K.
Standing in the rain, feather down in my
give it
brain.
a
I
bit
was
more,
doing silly things just to
movement and help it punch through the mix. You can also lo-fi the vocal by cutting the higher frequencies.
standing in the rain, feather down in my brain. I was doing silly things just to make you look at me.
There you go, guys. That's vocal processing summed up. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Peace.